Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. Another episode of Factory Town coming at you. We got a good distance last episode. We've got our housing, we've got some workers, we've got a good baseline economy. Wood, planks, stone, gold, yellow coins. I keep calling them gold coins. I played enough Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy games that it's like gold is the thing, man. That's what you want. But whatever. Anyway, we've got a good base understanding of how the game works, I believe. We have 8 happiness right now, and now it's time to just work up the tech tree, start adding more products, start adding more, just everything. So, this game is pretty easy to figure out what should I be doing next. One of the main ways to do that is to come over to your base and see what you need for upgrades, right? Well, I recognize there's a new product here, the wood wheel, produced by a workshop. Okay, so now I know exactly what I should work for. If I want to upgrade my base, I need a workshop, right? Before we get too far, I'm noticing that our wood production has stopped because I moved everyone to do stone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to balance this out a little bit here. Wood, just like anything else, is a finite resource. You can see right here. Most of this game allows you to reconstitute any materials you want through some means. You can plant trees, you can grow crops. So even though like even wheat or grain, all this stuff has a finite level of material in it, don't feel bad. Consume it. That's your responsibility. You're here to expand the economy, the industry, everything. Make your people happy. Get things going. You know, don't feel bad about using resources. That's the whole point of the game. So anyway, that being said, yep, that's all going there. I also want to start upgrading our houses like we saw before. Upgrade house, and let's explain that a bit more. If I click on food market, and is it happiness? Let me explain the happiness bit here because this is going to be a little bit of important as well. So here are all of the items that are in different categories or different whatevers. Okay, so grains, vegetables, fruit, milk, chicken, beef, fish, egg, butter, fruit juice. All of these are different items that we can supply. Here are the individual items that fit these columns. So I can either bring just grain or flour or bread to this, and that will fall into the grains category. Grains and all these things are a basic food. A level 1 house will accept this good, and it will supply so many houses. Depending on how many houses it is providing for, that will also mean how happiness works. I don't think there's anything else I want to really touch on that. But as we go down the list, you can see tier 2, and then we'll get to tier 3. I think tier 2 is the farthest I've gotten. So it's not showing us tier 3 stuff, and that's okay. Later on, we'll also get a general store, and that'll operate the same way. There'll be certain items like planks are a level 1 thing. Cut stone is a level 2 thing. Reinforced planks will be something else. And there'll be all these levels, and there'll be just general happiness based on how we're using the products and how we're delivering them and all that. So I think that gives you a brief overview of what's what. So let's go ahead and upgrade our houses, yeah? Luckily enough, I stumbled on this on accident, but the letter U upgrades your houses. And this all has a cost and everything in the lower right. No big deal. So upgrading your houses and upgrading things doesn't negatively affect you from what I've seen so far. So now there's more things that we can take. Let's see here. Happiness, so house happiness based on food, based on general goods, based on, what is this, medicine? Okay, can accept herbs, remedies, health potions, bandages. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of stuff here. Gourmet food and specialty goods. Holy crap, this goes all the way to level 5. Okay. If you're familiar with games like Anno or Caesar, or I'm trying to think of other games, but certain tiers of housing means more rich people move in and rich people desire more complex products. If you're not supplying those complex products, those people leave. And you want them to stick around because they provide good tax revenue or whatever. Alright, we've upgraded our houses. Our houses can be upgraded again with something called a stone brick. We need a stonemason. Okay, so I need a stonemason and I need a workshop. Those are the two main things I want to aim for. Workshop is doable. I'm going to guess stonemason is somewhere down here. It's locked. Requires research. Okay, we're kind of a ways away from that. So let's go ahead and get a workshop. I'm going to put the workshop over here. This is kind of where I've got all my industry, yeah? Let's place it right there. Okay, cool. We have fence, half stairs, and wagon. Excellent. Wagon is super cool. I believe it carries up to 4 items. It takes the same capacity as a person, so it's still one worker. That's all that takes, but it's awesome. It carries 4 times more stuff. There'll be a different path we'll unlock as well, but it'll be really cool. So what we'll need right now are something called wood wheels. That's what we need to upgrade our HQ, right? Don't worry about a lot of these. We'll get to those products later when we get more people. So I need 2 planks, right? So there's a couple things we can do here. The planks are coming out of the lumber mill. I can either take those planks and put them into the workshop directly, and then the workshop to the base, or I could take from the base to the workshop and then back. Realistically, it's going to take... actually, it would take 1 less person if I did it this way. So come here. You're a plank man. I want you to remove all the planks and deliver them to here. Did you do it? Oh, I right-clicked. No, I left-clicked. Okay, there we go. Now let's get another person. I want you to come here, take all the wheels, and put them in the base. Okay? So our plank production's going to be a little slowed. There we go. First wheel right there. Okay? Not too shabby. So we're going to get a couple wheels. We'll upgrade our base again. We're moving through this pretty darn quick, which is good. So don't feel like we're taking way too long. This game is so slow. I'm trying to take, if you haven't noticed, a tutorial approach. I want to make sure you don't get lost in this one. I tried it, and heck, it took me like a good 10 minutes to figure out that right-clicking is the do and the left-click is the select. So, whatever. It's all good in the hood. Getting plenty of money here. We can also work on different products while we're stocking up wheels over there. I'm just going to let that sit for a bit. Under buildings, we have a grain mill. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. What this grain mill's going to do, just, I guess, oh, I don't have a strong preference. How about right there? This grain mill, we're going to turn grain into flour. So, grain by itself is worth 1 monies, right? 1 yellow coin. If we turn it into flour, it's worth 4 monies. So, by the math, it's 3 grain to 1 flour. We're actually making another coin with less product. So, let's go ahead and get, let's just work with this here. 1, 2, 3. 3 workers. Grain. Bring it over here. Very cool. And I'm going to take a... up. Let's see here. Does the chute work? Let's try the chute. Oh, it does. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Okay, well, I found something the chute actually works for. And I just saved a person. There we go. Now it's 1 less person I gotta dink around with. Amazing. Okay, I'm learning a lot. Another wooden path, walking path there. Very cool. So instead of having someone just pulling this over and over and over and over, that would have been boring. Oh, we actually have 10% happiness production. All right. Adding this extra foodstuffs to the diet. Yep, there we go. So, green is houses actively consuming this item. Green are houses actively consuming this item here as well. But the blue is houses happily supplied with the item. To be absolutely honest, I'm not super sure how all that math works. To be also super sure, I kind of don't care. Let's get a few more workers. Let's see if we can bank up some serious coin and some serious happiness. So go ahead and get going. Let's just get another dude right here. There we go. And like I said, don't worry about raw materials. We can pretty much regenerate whatever we want as the game progresses. So what do I need again? I need stone bricks. Oh, we should have plenty of wheels by now. 17? Awesome. Time for an upgrade, boyo. House maximum increased by 4. New recipe of paper. Wonderful. With paper, we're going to be able to do research. All kinds of fun stuff. Let's go ahead and I'm going to hit 4 on my keyboard to open up housing as my quick thing. There we go. I actually don't like that. If you hit X on your keyboard, did that not work? What the heck? Oh, actually, I remember. X is to remove tiles or something, but if I want to delete this house, I have to click it and hit delete. This game is actually pretty darn good and pretty generous in terms of what you're trying to do and what the game wants you to do. I've played games before where it is just a stickler and it's a real pain in the harumpus. But it's not too bad. Actually, can I move stuff? I know I can rotate stuff. Oh, look at that. What a boss. There. So none of the orders have changed. Everyone is still moving stuff over there because that structure did not get deleted or anything. Let's get rid of these chutes. Does that work? Oh, look at that. Poetry. Absolute poetry. Oh, nope. Sorry, buddy. This game is also very forgiving about... Oh, crap. I put that in the wrong spot. I gotta get rid of it. You can. Get rid of it. You get your money back. It's a very non-punishing kind of a game. So, I've upgraded all our houses. We're all level 2 across the board. I could literally double my workforce and have plenty of room left over. Let's see here. How are we doing on grain? Okay, 12 out of 12. Oh, 11 out of 12. 12 out of 12. I'm going to keep that number a little higher. Very good. Take a little swig of water here. Things are going well. Good amount of change. We're sitting on 550 on the monies. These herbs can go to places, but the thing is the food market doesn't distribute herbs. Or herbs, if you'd prefer. Coal deposit, trees, sugar. We could harvest up those tomatoes and bring them in. That's an option. Okay, what's next on our agenda? I need red coins and cloth and stone bricks and a bunch of stuff in order to upgrade my base, so I'm not super worried about that. What I would like is I would like some more planks just for me. Like, planks for the base, I mean. Let's go ahead and build up a footpath real nice. We can always get rid of these footpaths later, it's not that big of a deal. Wouldn't mind another lumber mill. Specify planks. Very good. Let's see, does the chute work? No, it doesn't. Okay. Yep, that's what I was wondering about. It will just flat out tell you, hey bro, no go. Let's get some workers cutting trees. Let's get some dudes bringing the planks. Planks to the base. We can always reallocate what's going on here. We can delete workers. We can change them. You've seen it before. It's not that big of a deal. And like I said, going a little bit overboard, not that big of a deal. So, don't hesitate. Make mistakes. Have fun. This is a game that doesn't reward you for making mistakes, but it kind of does because it doesn't punish you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we need stone. How do we get stone? Cut stone. Stonemason. Required research. Okay, I need a school or something, don't I? Do I have school? Oh, I have a school. Okay. I guess anywhere will do. I'm not really picky. I kind of want to keep this away from my production structures. Oh, I'll need lumber for paper. Because here? This is, like, right here should even be fine, right? Okay, we'll change that later in a second. Oh, actually, I have to select the recipe anyway. Woodworking gives us the barn, the crate, forestry, and boat building. Masonry gives us the stonemason. Farming gives us farming. Basic logistics gives us conveyor belts. Now, cloth conveyor belts are, I think, the first time we'll actually get into anything that looks remotely like automation. You can add logic. You can add one-ways. You can see right here, long one-ways, barricades, grabbers. Think of it like an inserter, I would assume, from Factorio. I haven't really gotten this far yet, so bear with me. And then intermediate logistics. Let's go ahead and do masonry. That's the first thing I really need. Just like anything else, there are requirements, there's a cost of time, and an output, right? So, this one is writing supplies. Any of these items will work as writing supplies. A paper is worth 1 writing supply. If I had a book, it would be 10 writing supplies. If I had an enchanted book, 20. If I had different spell books, they would be 50. So, don't think of this like cost. Think of this as how effective is this item. Right now we're just going to make paper because I don't know how to make books. So, let's go ahead and build. And I believe it was our lumber mill that made paper, right? So something like this, really nice and close, right? And yep, there we go, paper. We need wood and water to make paper, okay? Let's see here. Let's get 2 workers with lumber to the tree. We also need water. So let's figure out how that works. I think there's a well or something. Aha, a well. Produces water, very cool. I don't think it's as simple as, like, bring bucket to nearest. Oh, does it work like that? Oh, I don't need the well at all. Boop. Okay, very cool. Okay, so now we're producing paper up here. Very cool. And now I need somebody. Oh, can I shoot it? Dang. Okay, I gotta do more experiment with the shoots. Deliver paper to the school. The school now will take the writing supplies that will generate out of that and money, and it will do this 40 times. Yeah, there we go. Easy stuff, and then we'll unlock Stonemason. Cool. Let's see, we have all our houses. Stone is effectively what I need for next. Farming is fun to get into, I would assume. That would be cool. Now, if we feel that this production is taking too long, this 4 seconds, as I showed before, we could just add more people, right? So we could do something like this, 220. We just have to make sure we've got enough spare workers up at the top. Get more water going. I can tell water's our bottleneck right here because we have a ton of wood, just not enough water. So, we're cranking out the paper pretty good. We should actually have masonry pretty darn quick. Let's just go over one more time what we're all missing here for stuffs. Oh gosh, yeah, it's going to be a while until I can upgrade that. I need red coins and cloth. For the upgrades of this, we need just the stone. So that's cool. That'll give us a sellable. Oh, right, I can sell stone at the general store. Completed research masonry. Very cool. And then now we just pick a new subject. So let's go woodworking so we can get the barn. The barn acts as another silo. Another place we can store resources on a global-ish and local-ish level. And that's something I can explain later. Cool. So now we have stoneworking, yeah? We have tons of stone darn near everywhere. Let's keep the production line pretty darn close to the same spot. It's just easier in my head to keep things fairly separate that way. So I want my stonemason there. Because we place a stonemason, we get road, walls, ramps, bridges, arches, benches, a whole bunch of malarkey. Same thing, click on it, pick a recipe, stone brick. Requires 3 stone for 1 brick. So let's get our dudes. Plunk it in there. Get another dude. Get out of there. I'm going to stockpile some stone first. And then we'll start experimenting with wagons and what have you. But for right now, I'm just really into the gather all the resources phase. Like I said, wagons are amazing because they carry 4 items at the same time. The only real drawback is they can't harvest anything. So all this harvesting going around here, this is still going to be a very straight up manual process. There's not a ton of ways we're going to be able to automate this right now. But we'll get there. Oh, cool, forestry. This allows us to plant trees, do tree things. That's all I really have to say about that. I didn't really get this far, so. Farming I did get to, though, and it's very cool how they do farming. So it does add a little bit of, I don't know, ease to your life, but it adds a little bit more complexity, and that's just enough. So let's see here. Am I able to build the general store? I am. Excellent. The general store works a lot like the food joint. The general food general, mill, market, whatever. Same thing. Right now it covers nothing. And once it hits these roads, it covers way, way more. So I'm going to do something like this. I could probably just do something like this if I really want to keep it like away from the city, right? It might be actually smarter. Because I don't know how many houses we're going to get. Maybe something like this. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, so that covers, yep, all 12. So now items that are sold here, instead of giving us yellow coins, will give us red coins. So let's see what we could all sell here, right? We have our planks or reinforced planks. That's going to be a ways down the road. Stone brick, wool, cloth, leather, cloaks, hammers, pickaxes, warm coats, a bunch of stuff. Now, here you can see better. House level 1, house level 2, house level 3, house level 4, house level 5. My houses are all level 2. So they won't even buy level 3 stuff. Think of it as like too expensive or too whatever. They just won't buy it. But luckily, we should have some cut stone right now. And I should be able to upgrade 1 or 2 of these things. Yep, I've got 17 cut stone. So upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And now, as you can see here, if I go back to happiness, now the level 3 stuff unlocks, right? There you go. So, let's start making planks, let's start making stone bricks, and let's start selling it. Let's try to get some money in our pockets, some red money, red coin. I need a lumber mill. I want the lumber mill to be like easy peasy, simple, right? Something like this. You are going to make planks. Oh, actually, it's not planks that work like this, is it? Ah, dang it. Okay. We'll have to try again with the Stonemason. Maybe that one works differently. Buildings. Stonemason. I would laugh if stone worked this way. That's probably good. Stonemason, stone brick, shoot. Nothing works with the shoot. Okay, well, I'm just going to move you. Of course I can't, because there's not enough room. Cannot build on uneven terrain. You are correct, that is uneven as heck. Okay, unfortunately, I can't really do anything in terms of terraforming yet. Yeah, I don't have any of the gear, or any, actually it's red coins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. Cut down some trees, supply to the general store. And this will work a lot of the same way. It's just the product will be delivered, and the general store will evenly distribute products to all the houses. There we go. First sale. 1 red coin, 1 red coin. Easy peasy. Now is the time when we're going to want to do a little tweaking, a little min-maxing, right? We want to make sure that we have enough workers moving as quickly as they should. And if they're not moving as quickly as they should, we have to modify that, right? Do we increase the production rate? Do we slow something down? Do we add more workers? What do we do to make this a bit more even? And I don't need any more water, thank you. You can... New research available. Animal pasture, excellent. Yep, farms will automatically harvest nearby resources, replant them when depleted. Farm tiles, water and fertilizer, speed up crop regrowth speeds. Very cool. Can you come over here, please? Our next research is animal pasture, forestry, Basic logistics. Let's do forestry. Why not? Cool. Okay. Oh, and I'm out of available workers. Shucks. Same thing. I'm just getting our polished stone and getting it transferred. Did I? Okay, I got him. Now, I'm out of workers, so it's time to upgrade our houses, yeah? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, enough for 5 more houses. Excellent. So that means more workers. Let's see here. Always take a look at this input-output in the upper right. Gives you a very solid indication of where you're lacking. Right now, I got one dude waiting right here. Looks like I'm going to need more stone haulers. Realistically, I should probably move this there. That'll make that much easier, and the guys that are running, the 5 guys that are running the raw stone, will have to run way, way less. And this one guy will have to run farther, which is fine. I could always add up more workers to haul more stuff. Alright, this lumber mill has a bit of a surplus of things. I'm going to add another worker or 2 at it to try to catch up so we have a bit more output. Very good. We're already sitting on almost 60 red coins. Not too shabby. Let's upgrade 1 or 2 more of our houses. Oh, we've actually got a lot of lonely people right here. If you hover over them, you'll see exactly what they were doing. These guys were harvesting apples, and these guys were harvesting wheat. So let's get some grain and get to it. What were you guys doing? You guys were also harvesting grain, probably the ones there. Why don't you come over to the side? How much wheat do we have ready to go? So we're already kind of lacking a bit on the grain, but I don't know how long these guys were stopped. Oh, our happiness is up to 23, which means 20% extra production. Excellent. Excellent. Sugar. Is sugar something that we like? Is sugar a thing that I just deliver to you, or how does this work? No, I'm sure it's used in fruit juice or something. I'm sure it's used in something else. You can't just deliver sugar, which is unfudging fortunate. I see some cotton. I see some berries. Should I start tapping them berries? Oh, we got tomatoes. We got a bunch of cool stuff. Let's actually do a little touch on terraforming before we skadoosh. Now, terrain block up here, literally left or right, will raise or lower terrain, page up, page down. This just does straight blocks of stuff. Each tile costs 5. What I recommend, however, is you hit B and come to Tools. This is where you can even remove annoying resources that are on the way. You could grow grass, cut grass. This doesn't do anything. It's all just aesthetics, right? So, give you a better idea of how that works. A lot of these, though, have cost. Terrain flatten up, terrain flatten down. So I'm going to flatten up. There we go. It's a little touchy. It's a little touchy. But what I want is just a 2 wide path. Awesome. Where are you going? No, 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 no. So we'll just do something like this. 2 wide path is what I like. Again, when we get to wagons and stuff, this is going to be wonderful that we've given ourselves enough room. Got 5 workers. Why don't you hit up them berries, bring them on down. Now, if I check the food market, I check the happiness, berries are fruit and are a different category entirely. So, again, it's going to boost our happiness, it's going to be whatever. So it's important that we keep track of different categories in that regard, right? Cool. Our general store, people are getting pretty darn happy. Tons of wood construction, stone construction we could beef up a bit. There's some good stuff, though. People be happy. Alright, so what is the deal with this? This has a ton of output. I need you to come here, get stone, bring it there. I want you to work the stone and bring it there. Now see, because the storage is full, all these workers are standing here. And the second that guy came to get some finished stone, everyone went back to the mines. Not too shabby. Animal pasture sounds good. Yep, we burnt through plenty of our red coins, but we're going to ramp it up pretty darn hard, I think, now that we got more stone coming in. And we should be getting some pretty serious happiness, too. Production plus 30%. That's pretty awesome. Now, you got to be really careful about that, because if your supply lines start to falter, what can happen is you can get on this downward spiral. Because if you're trying to build your whole thing under the idea that you've got tons and tons and tons of happiness, if that happiness starts to fade, it could be disastrous, because everything starts to, like I said, go down this spiral of not producing enough, and then people get more and more and more angry. So it's important that we try to maintain our high status, or we at least make sure we build in enough safeguards to make sure that if it does crash, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, things are moving along real nicely here in Factory Town. My name is John Megacycle. I'm going to call this an episode here. Thank you a lot for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.